everyone, welcome back to my channel. I haven't done a talking video in a while, so I thought a fun video idea to do would be where I guess your Marvel Rivals main based on your Overwatch main. Now if you're someone who hasn't played Marvel Rivals before, this could also be a cool way to see like what characters may fit your playstyle based on the characters you play in Overwatch. So without further ado, let's get started! Now this first one might be debatable, so let me know what you guys think in the comments, okay? If you're an Ana main or someone who leans towards Ana a lot in Overwatch, you're a Luna Snow main. Now I know quite a few of you were thinking of Mantis because they both have a sleeping mechanic, right? However, I believe Luna's freeze is way more similar to Ana's sleeping mechanic. Freezing and ulting Wanda is similar to sleeping and ulting Pharah. Freezing and ulting Thing is a lot like sleeping and ulting Ryan. Freezing a Spider-Man is a lot like sleeping a Genji. You guys get where I'm coming from now, right? I don't know, I feel like Mantis' sleep tech can have downsides to it given the limited distance it can be thrown. Now there's definitely Ana mains who main Mantis in Marvel Rivals, like I'm not negating that fact at all. But I just feel like Luna reminds me a lot more of Ana's sleeps, you know? The same way you have to lead Ana's darts to make sure it hits the opponent you're trying to aim at, it's the same thing with Luna's freeze. I still love Mantis and her mains though, no shade. Now this next one I got is from a comment on a TikTok I posted a few months back. I thought it was really funny, so I thought I'd include it. According to this commenter, this Doctor Strange ult reminded them a lot of Reaper, which I think is really funny. And to be honest, the more I thought about it, the more I understood exactly where the commenter was coming from. Reaper dropping down from above and ulting everyone does remind me of a Doctor Strange dropping from a portal up above. I also think Reapers and Doctor Stranges both have a reputation of trying so hard to not make it obvious that they're about to ult everybody, but everyone ends up noticing anyway. Now another Marvel Rivals character I was thinking of was Moon Knight. The only reason I say Moon Knight is because both Reaper and MK have a similar character design. Other than that, I think Doctor Strange is far more accurate. I feel like this next one is so painfully obvious, and I'm sure we all saw this comparison in Season 0 of Rivals. But if you were or are a DPS obsessed Moira main, Wanda is calling you. I'm actually very thankful Rivals gave Moira mains an actual DPS character rather than making a strat character. Thank God. The Moira mains can finally damage in peace without worrying about the heals. But to be honest, I don't think they were worrying about the heals in the first place. Wanda and Moira are insanely similar. Their fade mechanics are identical, their suck ability is practically the same. They also have the same amazing talent of being insanely annoying in the backline. The only things that are different are the healing capabilities and the ults. Other than that, if you play Moira in Overwatch, please go to Wanda. Don't touch a strat main because we all know that you're not going to heal anyway. This is another one that I think can or may not be debatable. I don't know. If you are or were a Genji main in Overwatch, I'm going to guess two characters. Psylocke or Spider-Man. Now for a lot of you, you may have already thought of this or may agree, which is why I was like, I don't know if this is really debatable. I feel like it's kind of obvious, you know? But both of the playstyles of Psylocke and Spider-Man really remind me of Genji mains. Psylocke for the obvious reasons of her having a dash and slice mechanic just like Genji. But when it comes to Spider-Man, the absolute persistence and annoyance Spider-Man mains have when it comes to harassing the supports genuinely gives me such aggressive PTSD of Genji. You people are insufferable and are the reason why I've started playing Rocket. Jeff was also an option until they nerfed him into the ground, so rip Jeff, thanks a lot guys. I also think the fast speed Spider-Man mains play. That is a tongue twister, oh my gosh. I also think the fast speed Spider-Man mains play at reminds me a lot of Genji as well. Now I don't know if this content creator still does, but I'm pretty sure Necros used to be like a Genji main in Overwatch and now he plays Spider-Man. I don't know if he still plays Spider-Man, but I think the fact that he went from Genji to Spider-Man really supports the correlation I'm making. You see? Now, going back to the point I made earlier when discussing Luna and Ana, freezing and ulting Thing is just like sleeping and ulting Ryan. If you mained Reinhardt in Overwatch, the Thing is where you belong. Both Ryan mains and Thing mains have a habit of feeding and just going in. Like, they just tunnel vision. Dude. Both have a whole slam effect during their ult. Both have a habit of chasing down any small, quietest, vulnerable character they see and solo ulting them. Now I would know. I'm a victim of both. The only difference I'd say is that Thing mains tend to have more brain cells than Ryan mains. Actually, wait. No. I was right. In like Plat to Grandmaster, Thing mains tend to feed and be idiotic, but the higher you get, I see that issue like decreasing less and less. And hey, if you're somebody who's like one above all, celestial, eternity, whatever the case, let me know down in the comments. I would, from what I've seen in like streams and stuff like that and gameplay videos, I see Thing mains tend to be like more attentive and be more smart versus Rhine mains where they all collectively share like one brain cell. But hey, other than that, Thing mains and Rhine mains are a match made in heaven to the point where it's uncanny. Pharah mains, you persistent kitten E boosting mother. You people remind me of Iron Man mains so much. Oh my gosh. Doing weird freaking flanks to get your ult off and always having an Ultron by your side for the team up, just as a Pharah would have a Mercy sticking her staff up your anus at all times. You both disgust me. I'm gonna be honest, I truly don't have much else to say. I feel like I said just the right amount of words. Screw all of you. I hope your system crashes. Thank you. Next. Out of all the comparisons I've done so far, this one is by far my favorite. I love this one. And this is also one that my friends and I all agree on. To my Soldier 76 mains, I hope you had a good Pride Month. But anyway, Captain America is quite literally where you should be. Trust me on this one. You know the little strafing thing soldier mains do to desperately stay alive? Yeah, Captain mains do the same thing, except it's just to wreak havoc and be an annoyance to every squishy character. I can also see Captain America mains writing like yaoi. Okay, wait. I also can see Captain America mains writing yaoi ship fanfics, just like soldier mains do. I mean, I'm sure there are already some out there, and if not, I may have accidentally spoken it into existence. Drop the links in the comments. And finally, to all of my Sigma mains out there that play them because of your undying love for bare, white feet, I'd say your main would be Magneto. Now, unfortunately, Magneto does wear shoes. However, both Sigma and Mag have a similar playstyle in my opinion. Now, I don't really play Sig or Mag. This is just based off of what I've observed. So if any of you do main them, tell me down in the comments if you agree, if you disagree, you know. But they're also both insane, like mentally insane according to their lore. I mean, one's mind got jacked up trying to mess with the black hole, and now he tweaks out about a symphony that constantly plays in the back of his mind. You know, that sounds insane, right? And the other... Chat, I don't even know what's going on. Forgive me. I'm still like learning the Marvel like lore regarding like X-Men. I thought that like in one of the movies he used Rogue, like used her like absorption power to turn all mankind into mutants because they were so like anti-mutant, right? But then I go back to check if I'm giving the right information. What is happening? I'm so confused. I thought she was a child. If you're into like the X-Men lore, please explain it to me in the comments. What the frick is going on? And I'm so glad I'm not the only one who's like kind of weirded out by this and also confused, because why do they have a romance? What? Why are they What? Okay, you know, at the end of the day, you see that they are both insane in their own twisted, neuron damaged way. Okay, just if you play Sigma in Overwatch, you will like Magneto. I'm gonna get off this topic because after what I saw, I am so confused, and now I'm gonna go do a deep dive after I'm done editing this video. There are tons of other characters that weren't mentioned in this video, either because I feel like some of them are pretty well self-explanatory, such as if you're a Hanzo main, then you would be a Hawkeye main. If you're a Widowmaker main, you would be a Black Widow main. If you're a Cass main, you'd more than likely be a Bucky main, so on and so forth. And the other reason being is because there are some Overwatch characters that don't have their parallel in Marvels yet, such as Lucio. Now, in my opinion, I don't think anybody's touching Lucio. Lucio is in a league of his own, and it makes me so upset that he's stuck in such a horrid game. Free him. However, if you really liked this video and enjoyed it, let me know down in the comments. And if you guys want to see a part 2, I'd so be down to do that. Like, this video was like really fun to film. If you don't agree with any of the comparisons I made, or I didn't mention any of the ones you may have been hoping for, also feel free to comment them down below. I really do enjoy reading your guys' comments, like I promise. If you like this type of content, feel free to subscribe to stay up to date. And until next time, bye!